Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are enjoying your lunch. It smells delicious out there. How's everyone doing this afternoon so far? You know what that is? You know what that is? That's called can't talk eating. Can't talk eating. We're doing fine. We're doing fine. I'm back here with you now for this afternoon as you're enjoying your lunch. It's now time for us to present the 2017 Orion Leadership Awards and to introduce you to the three very special individuals who will be receiving them. Please come in, take your seats, and enjoy your lunch while we present the awards. The Orion Leadership Awards are not just an annual award ceremony to complement the conference. As we have heard today, technology is moving at a rapid speed, and innovation is therefore also surging forward with every day. And every year, Orion pauses to acknowledge leaders making it happen in Ontario's innovation community. These awards are about you, the community, giving credit and recognition where it's due to the educators, researchers, and innovators who build the very blocks of Ontario's knowledge economy. So the first to present the award, I'd like to welcome to the stage Carrie Rawson, Director, Recruitment and Partnerships from Contact North. Carrie?
And hello, I would like to introduce Anita Simpson, who is the recently retired Superintendent of Program and Innovation with the Simcoe County District School Board. She also led the Canadian Cluster for New Pedagogy, it's ridiculous I'm in this field and I can't say that word, for New Pedagogies for Deep Learning, an international learning lab involving 7 countries and over 1,000 schools from around the world. Anita is awarded the 2017 Orion Leadership Award in kindergarten to grade 12 education for her work in leading innovative blended learning at the Simcoe School Board, including establishing the first principle of innovation in program and innovation department. This innovative department is dedicated to creating modern learning environments that foster student and staff voice, choice, and agency. Anita has inspired and empowered the school board to leverage digital technologies in ways that provide deep infrastructure and connections across the region. The most notable change lies in the development of a culture of learning, as well as system-wide school learning plans and learning stories. These are now all digital, online, and accessible. With this innovative shift in practice, all school board staff can see learning plans across the organization. All teachers co-create learning stories based on their collaborative inquiries that are open and accessible to all. Orion is proud to support Anita's leadership in fostering this digital collaboration and support of new ways of teaching in the 21st century. Anita.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm incredibly honored to be receiving this award and to be in the company of such distinguished fellow recipients who I know you'll soon be hearing about. I'm especially humbled by this recognition because I know there are many great things happening in Ontario education K-12 today. As a very recently retired Superintendent of Program and Innovation K-12 from the Simcoe County District School Board, I'll give you a brief context for the work that we've been doing. Simcoe County is the 6th largest board in the province with over 50,000 students. Our student-to-device ratio is 1 to 2.7 with a healthy BYOD, or Bring Your Own Device program. We have 3D printers in every secondary school in our board and in some elementary. Most of our schools now have maker spaces, and we've implemented STEAM, which is the integration of science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math in 100% of our schools across the system. Since providing Google Apps for Education, which is now G Suite, as most of you know, just over 18 months ago, we now have close to 9 million files on Drive, with a third of them shared, which speaks to the level of collaboration that we've been up to. And we host over 6,000 Google Hangouts a month, connecting students not only with each other, but with experts from around the world. I'm truly grateful to the Simcoe County District School Board for also creating the first program and innovation team in the province of Ontario and the first principle of innovation. Together, we deeply infused a digital infrastructure connecting all educators across the board through collaborative, shared, and virtual school learning plans and learning stories where teachers and principals document their professional learning openly with each other. Making our learning visible and shareable and leveraging technology to bring us closer in this new and rapidly changing, digitally connected planet is key to our students' futures. We live in what is arguably the most exciting time in the history of education, and quite possibly the history of humankind. And there's no doubt that what's driving that change is technology. I'm so excited to see what the future of school and the future of life holds for all of us, because I know one thing, and that is that it will be a future filled with things that were previously unimagined. For example, 6 out of 10 jobs today did not exist 10 years ago. The iPad is only 7 years old. Self-driving Teslas will travel between New York City and LA by the end of this year. Uber already has self-driving cars in Arizona and San Francisco. And the world's first self-flying air taxi is coming to Dubai this summer. Yeah, I kid you not. Every 2 years, we double the data on the World Wide Web. How are we to teach our students what's credible in this era of false facts? The future is now. This morning, Stephen Abram coined the term co-opetition. Well, I've coined a new innovative term, and it's called adaptagility. If you take adaptability and do a simple innovation, which is to turn the B upside down, it's adaptagility. And it's what each of us and each of the sectors and the organizations that we collectively represent needs now more than ever to survive and thrive in this new sharing economy. And based on today, I feel very confident that we're moving in all the right directions. I couldn't possibly thank everyone involved in this amazing learning journey, but I must give special thanks to a few people who were instrumental in creating the conditions where a culture of risk-taking, learning, and innovation could thrive. First, thank you to Catherine Wallace, our recently retired Director of Education, for her willingness to embrace change and for saying yes. Thank you to Pat Miller, our Principal of Innovation, for his unfailing dedication to the work, and to each and every one in the system who opened their hearts and their minds to the new learning that we all did together. Thank you to Orion for connecting us all in extremely powerful ways, and for your ongoing commitment to honoring our collective innovation efforts. And finally, thank you to my husband, who patiently listens to me and all of my ideas, as he has done for the past 26 years, and whose birthday it is today. Happy birthday, honey. Thank you once again for this incredible recognition. I'm so truly appreciative.
Thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Anita, for your passion and for your work. Absolutely wonderful. To present our next award, I'd like to welcome Linda Franklin to the stage. Linda is the president and CEO of Colleges Ontario for nearly 10 years. Welcome, please, Linda.
Thank Thanks so much. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Stephan Levesque, who is Vice Dean, Research, and Founding Director of the Virtual History Lab in the Faculty of Education at the University of Ottawa. He is an internationally renowned scholar in historical education, teaching and learning in historical thinking, and the integration of technologies in the teaching of history. His book, Thinking Historically, Educating Students for the 21st Century, is highly referenced and cited worldwide, and it's a primary reference for the reform of history programs in Canada, Sweden, and Australia. He is a founding member of the national network, History Education Research Network, Histoire et Éducation en Réseau, also known as Then Here. He is also a member of the Board of Canada's History Society and chair of the Governor-General's Awards for Excellence in History Education. Dr. Levesque is awarded the 2017 Orion Leadership Award in Higher Education for his leadership of the Virtual History Lab, the first research centre in Canada to study the online learning experience of history. This lab allows universities, research institutes, school boards, and libraries to better understand the online learning experience through the collection and analysis of vast amounts of data generated by online learners on this platform. Thousands of users from Canada and around the world connect every month to the lab's web platform, virtualhistorian.ca, to learn new ways to critically think and enhance digital literacy skills. The Virtual History Lab is a model collaborative project for showcasing the value of Orion's specialized digital infrastructure and user community. Dr. Levesque.
Thank you very much. Dear participant, guest, sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, bonjour, bienvenue. It's truly an honor to be here with you today for this prestigious event. As it was mentioned earlier, my works deal with history, so how would an historian connect with technology is something intriguing, right? How do you bring history to life? What impact could technology and real-life animation have on the teaching and learning of Canadian history? Did Donald Trump support the war in Iraq? Well, Hillary Clinton says so. Trump says no. Who's right? Who's wrong? Who should stand between students and fake news? For over 15 years, I've been studying how kids and young adults use computer technologies to source historical information and think critically about the past and present. How to improve these skills for a 21st century world in which library is now spelled Google. At the University of Ottawa, I secured major funding from the Canada Foundation of Innovation and the Ontario Research Fund to create the Virtual Historian Lab. I expanded the scope of my research to include innovative technologies such as eye tracking that allows for a deeper understanding of how millennial kids read, think, and evaluate sources of information in the digital world. The VH platform offers a unique opportunity for users, librarians, teachers, and professors, such as my colleague and friend, Rose Feinmeier from U of T, who is here today, who use the platform in class with her students. All these educators engage students throughout the country and beyond, and in both official languages. All of this would not be possible without the infrastructure support of the Orion network. As the only high-speed internet fiber optic connection supporting research, education, and innovation, Orion provides scholars like me, teachers and students with the tools needed to educate a knowledge-based society. I want to personally thank my university, the University of Ottawa, Orion, and most particularly the award-winning review committee for their work and interest in our project. Orion provides instant connectivity to educational institutions, linking them together and facilitating our work as researchers. We may live in a world of alternative history, but our kids need better than that. They need access to good evidence-based practice, and Orion helps us achieve that goal. Thank you. Oh, I need that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Levesque. Next, please welcome Peter Wylenius, I got that right, to present our next award. Peter is the VP of Business Development at Canary. Orion works closely with Canary and the rest of the national research and education networks to provide the powerful digital infrastructure that fuels the engine of innovation in Canada's digital economy. Peter?
Good afternoon. I would like to introduce Dr. Randy McIntosh, who is Vice President of Research and Director of Rotman Institute at Baycrest Health Sciences, as well as Professor in the Department of Psychology at the University of Toronto. Dr. McIntosh is a world-renowned expert in the use of neuroimaging methods and computational modeling to understand how brain networks change with aging and how the brain recovers from damage or disease. Dr. McIntosh is awarded the 2017 Orion Leadership Award in Innovation for his work leading to the Virtual Brain Project, an integrated computer model of a fully functioning human brain. This massive project, which is akin to decoding the human genome, has the potential to revolutionize how clinicians assess and treat various brain disorders, including cognitive impairment caused by stroke and Alzheimer's disease. Researchers amongst 12 institutional partners across 3 continents collaborate on this international project by sharing and analyzing large sets of brain imaging data. It is exactly this kind of collaborative work that Orion was created to support, allowing researchers around the world to effectively work together on easily to derive discovery. Please welcome me. Please excuse me. Please welcome me in recognizing Dr. McIntosh.
I like the music idea. That's actually a good one. I'm going to use that for my next conference. Keeps people awake and then jumping around as well. I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the virtual brain so you kind of know where this came from and why things like Orion and open science, which is a big topic, or open ecosystems, I guess, is important to support this kind of project. Let's say 12 years ago, I was at a conference in Cambridge, England, with a colleague of mine. We were talking about the complexity of trying to understand the human brain. And we were walking into a pub, which is what you do at a scientific conference, of course. And we're talking about how much data one can acquire on the brain. You can get structural information, you get functional information, you get a lot of information on a person's brain. As a matter of fact, you can probably put most of that on a single iPhone now. The difficulty you run into, of course, is that I can do it for each one of you. But the question is, how do I put that together to understand it? To really provide some new insights into how the combination of brain function and structure and your own experience actually combine to make your brain function the way it is, and also understand how it changes during damage or disease, for instance. So we had a few more pints and talked about it a bit more. And then I said, we need to make like a virtual brain. Lights go off. We said, yeah, great idea. So from that, we pulled together 12 of our closest friends and said, let's do this. So we got funding from the province of Ontario, we got funding from foundations in the US, we got some funding from the federal government in Canada, as well as donors to put together this virtual brain. It's now been going for about 10 years. It embraces the notion of open science and open innovation. All the data that we acquire comes from open data sets. The software itself is actually open source, and if you want, you can download it right now onto your, not on your smartphone, probably on your iPad would be okay. But it's really about data sharing and providing that platform to provide new insights into the human brain. The project now is in its, getting into its about its 12th year, and it's gone now from being purely a research platform to now helping to educate as well. So we just finished our 5th training workshop called Nodes, Network Nodes, get it? The workshop just happened in Marseille, as a matter of fact. And the nice thing about having that capacity to share data is the software, again, is distributed across the entire world. And we can grab data from anywhere and pull it together to make models of a human brain. We had a workshop just before then in Toronto. And again, the idea there is to make use of this network to share the information amongst the participants, amongst the trainees, amongst the mentors for this platform as well. It's also led to some new innovations in terms of how we understand the intersection of art and science. We had a show actually at Nuit Blanche a few years back called My Virtual Dream, where we showcased the virtual brain and had people interacting with the virtual brain using wireless headsets that measured their brain waves and created this dream sequence for their participants. It's public engagement now through that platform, because now the public comes to see these exhibits, these virtual dreams, and wants to know more about how the brain works. How can I help understand how my brain is working? How can I help you understand how the brain changes in the face of damage and disease? And through that, we get better understanding about how your brain is healthy when your brain is changing, and how we can intervene to help maintain that health for longer periods of time, but also intervene to prevent damage and disease from having the effects that it actually does. This is all done through open science. This is all done through the platform that Orion has provided for us. So I'm very thankful to Orion for actually carrying this forward. Thankful for you for my attention, and thank you for my collaborators for helping me to talk to you about this today. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon. I get to keep this, right?
I'll take it if you'd like. Thank you, Peter, Dr. McIntosh, and all our presenters and winners. Another round of applause, everyone. So that concludes the Orion Leadership Awards. Now lunch concludes at 1 o'clock, so please take the time to finish your meals here, enjoy yourselves. Remember, the Bell Lounge is still available for you to recharge yourself while you recharge your laptop. You can get some coffee and some candy and maybe put in a ticket there to win another valuable prize. They are still giving prizes away this afternoon. Remember to keep tweeting, keep letting us know how you're enjoying the conference. Think Open 17, hashtag Think Open 17. And I would like you to note that it is the afternoon and you might need a little bit more of a pick-me-up. So we also have some candies and miscellaneous sections of candy. So open the jars and get yourself a little sugar rush if you need to. So at 1 o'clock, very shortly, we will be starting another presentation here in the room, 5 Perspectives on Open Education in Ontario, brought to you by